today I prepared this pastry without milk and eggs, with a hint of oregano and pizza filling. Great for birthdays, Lent, or taking it to go. It stays fresh even when cooled, so you can serve it the next day. Activate the yeast to start prep. 30 grams of fresh yeast or 8 to 10 grams of dry yeast. 1 teaspoon of sugar. 1 teaspoon of flour. 200 milliliters of lukewarm water. Combine all that in a smaller bowl, mix well, and leave it for 5 to 10 minutes to rest so that the yeast activates. Once the yeast is activated, get 800 grams of all-purpose flour ready. Mix it with 1 tablespoon of salt. Now mix the salt a little like this. Then pour in 300 milliliters of lukewarm water. Add the activated yeast. Gently mix everything with a wooden spoon before you start kneading the dough. Do this part in a way that is easier for you, or beginners can follow me. Remove the excess dough from the wooden spoon and continue kneading by hand. Gently transfer from the bottom up. When it starts to stick well like this. 30 milliliters of oil. Then pour it over. Dip your hand a little so this dough falls off now when we knead. And now like this. This way the oil incorporates and the dough is much easier to knead. We'll just knead it lightly like this and leave it for 15 minutes to rest. After 15 minutes, sprinkle the work surface with a little flour. Then take the dough out. Here on the work surface, knead the dough lightly. Sprinkle with a little flour, then divide into 4 parts. Now shape each of these parts into a ball like this. If you don't know how to do it that way, you can do it this way. Join each edge like this in the middle and close it like this. Then turn it over. Sprinkle each with a little flour, then move it like this. And let's clean this one. I left the dough to rest for as long as I needed to soften 100 grams of margarine. Now take one part of the dough at a time like this. Press down lightly with your hand. It shouldn't stick. Then roll it out a little with a rolling pin like this. I'm not making a large diameter. And put it aside. I'm going to repeat the same with all these 4 parts. Sprinkle a little flour on the side so that this dough doesn't stick to you. Now let's take it like this. A plate, a tray, whatever you have. Then put one part on the tray like this. Spread with a third of the softened margarine. The second part goes over. Then another third. Put the fourth part of the dough as well. Press everything a little like this. Sprinkle with flour from above, since we are going to put nylon over it. Put a cloth over it and take it to the fridge for 30 minutes. Make the filling now. This time it's Lenten cheese. 200 grams of pizza ketchup. I also put 200 grams of Lenten cheese. You can add more if you want. I didn't put mushrooms this time, neither marinated nor fresh and sautéed. Many of you complained that you don't like them, so this time without mushrooms, just Lenten cheese. Ketchup and oregano. You can put any tomato sauce. It is very important that this whole mixture remains thick so that it does not run, and thus the dough becomes soft and mushy. Take the dough out of the fridge. Sprinkle with flour. Then turn it over. Sprinkle with a little flour again. Press down firmly with your hand. That's how we'll spread it first. Be sure to turn it over so that these layers spread evenly. The dough is so nice and soft that you can finish all the rolling out by hand. We will use the rolling pin toward the end. Tap with your hand like this and shape a rectangle, which will be longer than it is wide. Make this width according to the width of your oven tray. Now take a rolling pin and roll out the dough further. Once we roll out the dough like this, we cut it into 4 or 6 parts. It depends on how small you want the pastry to be. I'm going to divide it into 4 parts. I'll make it simpler for myself, but the pastry will be a bit bigger. If you need it smaller for guests, cut it into 6 parts. Put the filling. Aim for roughly the same amount everywhere, and then spread it with a spoon like this. Once we spread all the dough, all that's left is to roll it up. As soon as we roll it up, we transfer it to the tray. We will pat each part like this. Then take a knife or cutter, dip it in flour, and then cut. Again, you choose whether to cut larger or smaller parts, as desired. Cut. Cover with the already used nylon and cloth, and leave it for 30 minutes to rest. I melted 1 cube between 20 to 30 grams of margarine. And I'm going to add Lenten mayonnaise. Mix everything and coat the mini pastries with this coating. If you don't have mayonnaise or don't want to buy it just to coat the pastry, you can coat everything with just melted margarine and put it to bake. When the pastry rises nicely like this, coat it with this coating. Coat slowly and gently, because it is very delicate. Now it has risen, so don't press it and deflate it. When we coat it, we can sprinkle various seeds on top as desired. Finally, I sprinkle everything with a little sea salt. The oven is at 200 degrees Celsius, so take the mini pastries to bake. The Lenten mini pastry is baked. Baking time is 30 minutes or until desired color. If you want the pastry to be extra soft on top, coat it with melted margarine after baking. If you want it to remain crispy, don't touch anything. Just cover it with a cloth and leave it to cool. And that's all, folks. For me, this is a combination during Lent that I always come back to. Lenten pizza pastries. Everyone loves them. And I hope you will like it too.